So Susan, where are we going today? Can you tell me some of the background?
The background of the project.
Yeah?
Foodbasket. Okay, it started like a gift, a Christmas gift to the beneficiaries. Then we decided to turn it to do more on the savings. We give them the basket, and they save money for the money they're supposed to spend for the food. We encourage them to save it in the groups. Yeah, they use that money for their own empowerment, to maybe start small businesses, or pay these small bills, maybe like school fees, hospital bills, so they can loan from the group. They do the table banking. Some loan from each other. They are there, as in money doesn't go home. Maybe someone has a need and can borrow from the group, or there's another group that does the saving but takes the savings to the bank. For future use. Maybe they have a bigger vision of starting a business as a group. That's our food basket in a nutshell.
Why did we choose to give food instead of giving them the loan?
The loan, you have to be sure whether it can be sustainable, and we are afraid as an organization that we might end up having defaults. We might not even return that money. So what we do, maybe we have started a small pilot project here in Nairobi in one of the slums with the microfinance. So we want to see how it works out, the results of it. Then maybe we can spread to other locations.
Susan, do you think they consider it more their own money because it are their own savings?
Pardon?
My question was, why do we give them food and they have to save the money that they don't spend on the food?
Yes.
So it's in fact it's their own money that they are saving.
Yes.
Do you
their own money?
Do you think that gives them a more feeling being responsible for the money because it's their own money? They will spend it
exactly. They'll spend it
in a more responsible way.
Exactly, compared to the money that they get from microfinance. They'll feel that pain. For this is my money. I've worked for it, so I don't want just to misuse it or do anything else.
So, and does it work? Do the people really save the money that they don't spend on?
Yes, they save it.
That's great. And what type of training did you include?
We normally do financial management training to the beneficiaries about bookkeeping, how they're supposed to manage their finances. And bookkeeping is in terms of records, keeping the records, and that they'll be able to know who has this amount of loan, who has saved this. For example, if it's Rune, we know he has saved this kind of amount, so he can't borrow more than that. That is in the records. And if he does, then we have to have a backup. Okay, if he doesn't pay it back, then what can we get from him? That maybe we can sell or do something to pay our money back. So you let them have their own constitution. You let the group have its own constitution and rules. Because that will govern the money and also a group.
How big are these groups, Susan?
I normally tell them not to be more than 25. For easy management. But most of them are a minimum 15 and a maximum of 25.
And where do they keep the money? Is it in the bank or someone is keeping the money?
There are some who take it to the bank. There are some groups that take their money to the bank. And there are others who do the table banking. Table banking is whereby they get the contribution for that day, and maybe there's someone who has a need, and they'll borrow that money and go expand the business or pay some bills or do whatever with the money, then bring it back with a certain interest. Yeah.
Okay. I like the idea.
Yeah.
Because it's their own, they do it themselves.
They do it themselves. You don't bring rules to them, you let them form their own rules.
And it
Because
proves
they
that,
know each other, they know one another.
and it proves that people want to improve their lives.
Yeah, exactly.
And do you see that some women are working together? Say 5 women say, let us start a business with the 5 of us, or it's more a private?
Mostly before they trust you, they trust one another as a group to start a business. It takes them quite some time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what type of businesses do they start?
Like grocery. Mostly grocery shops where they sell vegetables like kales, potatoes, tomatoes. And then there are others who sell second-hand clothes. There are others who start a small cafe on the roadside. Yeah.
So altogether it improves the standard, also the standard of the communities they are living in.
Exactly.
The extra income they get, how do they use it?
The extra income, the profit they get from the business or what?
Yes.
They use it mostly to pay like house rent, pay school fees for their kids. Yeah. Maybe get money for their own medicines, medical money. Yeah.
So the men are not using it to drink alcohol?
Men, actually, I've worked with these groups for quite some time, and the money they get, they don't take it to their men. They use it for their own household.
Yeah. This is a gender thing, you know, it gives women more control and power in the family when they control more money.
True.
The husbands have to be nice to their ladies because the ladies have the money power.
True.
So what do the men pay for?
Men, how should I say it? Here in Kenya, mostly the poor men, they believe that the woman is there to feed the family and feed him.
Yeah.
That is that thing. I should come home and get food. I don't care where you get it from. Yeah. So I think, I don't know, there's that weakness. Mostly nowadays, in the ones who are living below the poverty level, it's the women who are working for their families. Men, they don't contribute.
Okay.
And it's a small percentage that does that.
So in fact, the head of the household is the woman.
Yes.
Oh, in this case, it's good. Is there also drinking problems with women? We have been talking about these alcohol problems and alcohol abuse by men. Do women also drink alcohol, and is there also an alcohol abuse by women?
Susan.
Let me say there is alcohol abuse. Okay, most of the women, they do it as an income generating activity. They brew that alcohol, yes. And men come there and drink, and I think out of what I've heard from them, they'll drink that and maybe go home and start beating them or abuse them in so many other ways, because they're idle. What they think of is just nothing else but trouble. Especially in the slums. Yeah, that happens a lot.
But do women also drink alcohol? It's mainly the men.
It's mostly the men, and for women, let me say, I don't know, a small percentage. Maybe the ones who are frustrated with life, or they've given up with life.
So the risk that women will start using the money for drinking is is very small.
It's very small, yes.
Okay.
Because you think, as a woman, I would think, if I drink this money, then not all my kids eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more being the head of the household, responsible for the kids.
Exactly.
That's forming the standards.
Yeah.
It looks like a very strong basis, foundation for the whole project. How long? When did you start it? This food basket project.
It had already been ongoing for a year or so when you came in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Galina handled it
Okay.
for a year or so before Susan was employed.
When I came in, let me say, the locations as well I've been working with,
Yeah.
they didn't have these self-help groups.
Yeah.
They didn't have this saving thing. So when I came in with the idea from maybe Rune's proposal, what I saw, they should come up with self-help groups.
So when you look at the total project inputs, Rune, it's mainly money for food
Yes.
and salary for the.
The budget is 85% direct cost
Yeah,
for the food
can imagine.
and 13 or 14% indirect cost,
Yeah.
whereas Susan's salary and administration. And the annual turnover is $150,000 US.
And how much time do you think it takes before you phase out? What is the total project
No,
time frame?
when we come up with a new group, we normally tell them, okay, according to the donors' requirements,
Yeah.
they're supposed to be phased out after receiving the basket for 18 months. But if maybe I do my assessment and I feel this group maybe needs more time for savings,
Yeah.
then maybe I can recommend the donor to add as more time
Yeah.
for their own sustainability. Then we phase out, but we don't encourage that giving them the basket for a very long time,
No.
because it will create that dependency syndrome thing. Yeah.
So when you phase out, is it that you start decreasing the food basket?
No, when you're phasing out, I normally do my evaluation. I sit down with the groups. I talk to them. I hear what they have to say. With my evaluation report, maybe if I gather that it's ready for being phased out, or then I tell them early enough, like maybe 6 months in advance, that end of this year you'll be phased out because of these and these reasons. Yeah, for your own sustainability. Yeah.
Yeah, and also because what they gained, they have their own income now and maybe some savings.
Exactly. Then we tell them we need to give another group the chance, the same chance you had. Yeah. So we tell them in advance.
So it's not that you say you have, say the last 6 months you reduce the food basket.
No, we don't reduce.
Okay.
We just cut it at once.
Yeah.
Yeah. We tell them in December, this will be your last basket. So in January, we are having another group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long notice do you give them that this will be your last basket?
6 months.
6 months?
Yes. 6 months.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Those where you have stopped giving basket, how do these people carry on their lives?
Like the previous, I think for this you have a success story to talk about. It's been an achievement to me. The previous group in Kibera, they have purchased a piece of land, 2 acres.
They have them now.
Yes, they have purchased it. So they are hoping they'll move there next year.
Wow.
Yes.
This
So-
Exodus group?
Exodus group, yes.
Yeah, they had this idea for many years.
Mhm.
And
Now
then finally they did it.
Yes, they got it.
Yeah, that's very nice.
So there's that, and other groups, most of them, they end up having their businesses, and when you phase them out, they're left managing their own businesses, and they don't close them down, so they keep on expanding. Like the groups in Nakuru, yeah, most of them are expanding.
Yeah.
You go there, you see she has more stock compared to when she was even receiving the basket. Now she knows how to manage her money better,
Yeah.
because she has to work hard to look for food that she was getting somewhere else.